In this video, we are going to see the consequences of using floating point representation for real numbers in computers. If you don't know about floating point representation, you can follow the links and resources. Basically, it is the technique of representing real numbers in computers. So let's see. The first thing is the trade-off between range and accuracy. Range is the number of numbers we can represent, how many numbers we can represent. And second is accuracy. Accuracy is how much close is the represented value towards the actual value, because when we are representing the values in computer, they are modified from their actual value. So if we want to improve accuracy, we need to compromise with the range. As we can see in a 16-bit representation, we are having the first bit as sign and then some number of bits for exponent and some number of bits for mantissa. If we want to improve the accuracy, we need to increase the bits for mantissa so as we can store more significant digits. Assume taking 9 bits for mantissa and 7 for exponent. The result will be 9 significant digits, and the highest number that we can store is 2 to the power 7, that is E128. We can store numbers up to 2 raised to the power 128 only. To improve accuracy, if we increase 1 bit in mantissa, that results 10 significant digits, and highest number can be 2 raised to the power 6, that is 64. So as we go with increasing the accuracy, improving the accuracy, we result in reducing the range. Second thing, if we take range in account and increase bits for exponent, that result in loss of significant digits, because if we keep 8 bits for mantissa and the rest for exponent, so for any number we cannot keep any extra bit, we have to truncate. Even if that is significant, we have to leave it off. And we can see with this example, we are having some number of bits and we have to take only 8 bits, so we need to truncate this last one from the actual number, and after normalization this number becomes this. So we are introducing insignificant digits. It leads to less accuracy. The next thing is non-associativity of arithmetic. For floating point representation, some rules, some laws of maths are proven wrong. As you can see, the associative law and the distributive law here, these are proven wrong with floating point representation. Here is one example. The left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. Here is another example for distributive law. The reason behind this is that with floating point representation, we use normalization, and with every operation we need to normalize the number. In normalization, we are restricted to take a fixed number of bits for the number, and the extra bits, even if they are significant, we need to truncate, we need to leave them. With every operation and with truncation of significant digits, it results in change of the original number, and we see some strange results over here. The next consequence is the concept of zero. In floating point representation, we represent number in normalized forms, and normalization say that we need a zero on the left of the decimal and a non-zero on the right of the decimal. And the case with zero is that it is zero. It does not have any non-zero, so we can never represent the exact zero in floating points. The number has a precise meaning arithmetic, because whenever we want to compare some number with zero, we can never compare it with the exact zero. We can see an example here. The quadratic equation x square plus 2x minus 2. It has two zeros, and the normalized representation of these two roots is this. So when we try to substitute these roots in the actual equation and to find out the answer, we result with some strange values which are not the actual values we were expecting. No matter what order we are taking for solving the equation, it always results in strange values. So these are some consequences of representing real numbers in floating point representation. Thank you.